Working a traditional 8 to 5 clinic schedule is hard. You're constantly scheduling your hobbies, your workouts, even family time around your work hours. What if you could flip that? What if you could schedule your clinic hours around your life? One way to make all of this happen is by switching to the next version of medicine, what I call medicine 2.0, telemedicine. It's been around for years, but during the COVID time, it has really taken off. And it's so powerful that when you figure out how to get control, you get to figure out when you get to work. And instead of missing your children's activities or having to work out at 5 a.m., you can schedule things that you want to do first and then backfill the remaining hours with patients. The craziest part is that many doctors make more money when they switch to telemedicine, sometimes 1.5 to 2x their salary. For example, one of my coaching clients, Dr. Steve, is essentially creating a second six-figure income on top of his family medicine practice, all from telemedicine contracts he has all over the country. Another one of my clients, Dr. Hasina, is able to read radiology images from anywhere in the country, and she's able to achieve the lifestyle freedom she wants while spending time with her kids, doing her real estate activities, and enjoying all of this clinical income on her own schedule. Two of my most successful coaching clients, Dr. Sunir and Dr. Takashi, are real experts at this. They launched a business called Air Academy to help other doctors get into telemedicine. And their origin story is very simple. They were 2 ER doctors. They hated being on call. They hated working those 12 to 24-hour shifts that most ER doctors have to work. So what they decided to do was they started exploring telemedicine. It was pretty new back then. They got some licenses, and they noticed that they had significantly increased income, better work-life balance. And so they started then exploring, hey, how do we scale this? How do we do this to the next level? They joined our mastermind. They eventually started something called Air Academy, which is their online telemedicine training program. And the thing is, these graduates of these programs are also earning significant more income. They're able to work on their real estate projects and other things. So let's talk about telemedicine and what it would provide you. Number one, it would give you control of your time. For example, if you want to invest in real estate, you can carve out 2 hours in the middle of your workday to work on your portfolio. Number two, you can work from anywhere in the world. A lot of these doctors who've done telemedicine, they get to travel to Egypt, to Cairo, to California, to Japan, and they can still do shifts if they choose to while they're traveling, or they can batch them up, travel, and then come back and finish their shifts, right? It's really that flexibility and that geographic freedom is what they're achieving. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Hey, isn't telemedicine boring? I'm in front of a computer. Do I really enjoy this? Is this the kind of medicine I like? What happened to my patient connection? Now, if you're able to do similar patient connection through the computer and really enjoy your patients, then it's fine. And then think about not having to do the admin burden. A lot of times telemedicine, the technology is pretty savvy. So dictations, the EMR system, transcriptions, note-taking is all done systematically within the system. So it reduces the admin burden dramatically. And more importantly, I know the question that many of you are asking is, hey, does telemedicine pay well? The answer is a resounding yes. In fact, it actually pays better. You need to negotiate contracts, and the more license you have, the better contract negotiations you can get. And the goal is, it's sort of like income arbitrage. Where can you get the most income based on the geography and the needs of the different contracts or service providers? And the goal is to get the highest reimbursement for your hourly rate. So many docs end up getting 50% more. I know for those of you who are worried about laws and rules and regulations, you're wondering, hey, what are the regulations against this? Recently, regulations have really opened up, and this is in part due to the physician shortages out there and also a generalized acceptance of telemedicine as a modality post-pandemic. There's also more loosenings of these regulations that allowing people to really practice this way, as this has become both a patient preference and a doctor preference. The next question could be, where do I get my patients from? A lot of times when you sign up for these contracts, they have a patient panel which they can deliver to you. The second way is really, you can even have a hybrid practice where sometimes you're in person, sometimes you're telemedicine. And in fact, a lot of patients prefer this because they get to receive their medical treatment or get their medical questions answered at the comfort of their own home. And so as someone who helps doctors consistently achieve time freedom, financial freedom, lifestyle freedom, this strategy helps physicians build their investments and their non-clinical income to eventually where they can make work optional, right? That's the key. You want to eventually make work optional, and this will accelerate that process. And that's why I find telemedicine so great, because it allows you to carve out time to work on your investments. For example, I know real estate very well. I know so many physicians who pair this with real estate, and it's a nice combo. Due to the nature of the varying forms of work you can do in telemedicine, there's some that are more routine things that most doctors can do on autopilot. And they can do that during the schedules of their time that are where they don't need to be the most fresh. It's almost quote unquote dead time on their calendar, which they can then devote to telemedicine and still earn their income. The other thing is this stacking strategy. If there's a big push in your business, you can really back off on telemedicine for a couple of weeks or a couple of months, or do less hours while you're really focusing on closing a real estate deal or scaling your ASC or whatever that is business wise. When time opens up, then you can stack on more hours to crank out more telemedicine shifts. The other thing is, if you want to take extended vacations, you want to live in Italy for a month or take an around the world trip, you can stack a ton of shifts, then create a bunch of time off for yourself and create that mini sabbatical, and then go back to doing your shifts. And lastly, it's really about being your own boss, right? You sort of have this ability to not answer to anybody. You work when you want. You're a 1099. A lot of your business expenses come out of your income before you pay your taxes. And it really gives you that flexibility and capability. As a powerful bonus, I want to include this in here. So to run telemedicine business, many people are non-physicians. They need to partner with a physician person through what they call a PC, a professional corporation ownership structure. And so you can become a licensed medical director and you hold shares or equity in the telemedicine company. It helps them stay compliant as they scale. So that is very, very powerful. So that is after a couple of years of doing this and after you're building a lot of relationships, you can get this PC ownership structure that allows you to make this even an asset. To really bring it all home, guys, if you want to reclaim your time and you want to take the first steps toward financial and lifestyle freedom, I would highly consider adding telemedicine to your toolkit. And if you want to know another powerful freedom tool, doctors, watch this video where I break down locum tenens and how it can 2x your income. Also, I want to do a special shout out to Dr. Sunir and Dr. Takashi for inspiring me to make this video. If you want to check them out, you can Google All In Remote Physician Academy or head into allinremote.com.